Hello, Midwest Speedfest. My name is Turtle Run, and I am presenting for you my submission of Moth Planet Any Percent, a little indie game released this summer with some really fun movement, and more importantly, a bit that I plan to do for the entire run. So the game is centered around a moth who's a news reporter. They have a camera on their butt. They can interview moths. They're like finding the big scoop. And so for the 15-minute estimate of this run, I am going to be doing a bit where I'll be an old-timey news reporter. And the entire run will be sort of like a news broadcast with, there's a little bit where I want like a comment to be read from the host. That'll be, we'll send it over to our sponsors, and et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, it's a bit, but I think it'll be fun. Hopefully won't wear out its welcome 15 minutes, but that's what I'm going to do for Moth Planet. If this doesn't get accepted, also wear like the fedora type hat with a little piece of paper sticking out. It says press. I'll have like a camera or a notepad and paper that I can use as a prop during the intro when I'm not, typing on the keyboard, playing the game. But yeah. So without further ado, this is what the run will actually look like. Hello everybody! Good evening, good morning, good night, ladybugs and gentle moths! My name is Turtle Run, and I will be your host for this news broadcast brought to you by the Moth Planet. Our big scoop for the day is that in the land of Lycosia, there are a bunch of anomalies spread throughout the world, and we will be sending our top reporter, Robin, to find those anomalies, photograph them, and figure out the truth of the world. So we will send it over to our main newscaster, Robin, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Take it away, Robin, our fantabulous news moth with a dedication to pure journalism. And Robin has a camera strapped to their butt, as you can see, which can interview people. Moths like the flash and will tell Robin what Robin needs to know. But this is an any percent run, so we won't be doing all of the news stories, just the biggest of scoops. And so Robin will make their way up, and we will get to see another function of Robin's camera. That being that Robin can light up news beacons. You see them right here. When Robin flashes the camera, the news beacon is lit, because the news brings light and truth to the world. Those news beacons will help Robin progress forwards in the environment and find more news later on. So, keep an eye out for those as we talk about Robin's movement. As you can see there, Robin has a lot of acceleration. Robin can move very, very fast and is quite a bouncy bug. If Robin collides with a wall, they will bounce off at very high speeds. This can make Robin somewhat difficult to control, but don't worry, dear viewer. We'll make it through and into the city of Lycosia, where our big skip of the run awaits. If Robin can get up fast enough, the mayor's trying to close a gate to keep them out, and I have probably messed it up, but yes, indeed, we're going to have to take the long way around, because though the mayor is trying to stop the news from getting out, Robin will find a way. By coming up here to the overlook, we can find a news beacon that opens up that gate that we just barely didn't manage to slip through. Come on, news beacon. Ta-da! And make our way right back down to the town square where we can see our first anomaly. It's the well. Robin, please take a picture of it. Thank you. And so the well was a little weird looking, but Robin's photograph proved that it is, in fact, a normal well. But there are more anomalies to find, and so we now make our way into the forest, our next major area, which has quite a bit more deadly death and danger in store for Robin. As we can see there, oh no! Those spiky spikes did our great news reporter in, but Robin is back in action, because Robin has the power of the void. Yes, indeed, folks. Robin has gained the power of resurrection through one of their interviews with the Void, which will come in handy in this very deadly area of the hunting grounds. Okay, I can't get that flustered in a marathon run. Jeez Louise. But yes, Robin has the power of resurrection, as you can see. If you would like to see the full interview that Robin has with the Void, you can with a one-time subscription to Moth Planet on Steam. It's a very fun interview where the Void is so impressed with Robin's journalistic integrity that it hires Robin on to be a private investigator and find out the truth, which Robin was going to do anyways as a great journalist they are. We now come up to this hidden news beacon up here in the refuge, which Robin does need in order to progress later on in the forest. We'll be heading out of the forest right now, skipping the anomaly for later. Because Robin, I can't say skipping the anomaly, that kind of ruins the joke. This commentary has been scuffed. I'm sorry. This run has been scuffed too, so, oops. What the hell just happened? I guess I might have gone right back in. Okay, let's get back on track. I would have just made the Nintendo Power joke. And so Robin finds their way through the bottom of the flooded forest, which contains a shortcut down here to the underground lake. The start of our next area, the caves. The caves contain these big spikes, which also will kill Robin, but have bigger hitboxes and are harder to avoid. The cave also contains those glowing mushrooms, which emit a poison, which kills Robin. Oh dear. But luckily, the mushrooms are on a cycle, so if Robin can definitely slip through, those mushrooms cannot kill them. But the other moths can. Yes, indeed. Those who have been infected by the mushroom's poison begin to emit it themselves, and their brain is taken over with one goal: to spread the disease even further. If they see a healthy moth like Robin, they will do everything they can to infect Robin and kill them. Oh dear. So Robin must avoid making eye contact with those infected moths in order to escape unharmed. And also avoid the cycles and the spiky spikes. But Robin makes it through and sees this news beacon and their next anomaly right there. Robin, where are you going? Oh no, Robin's avoiding the anomaly. Is this gas journalistic malpractice? No, dear viewer, don't you worry. Everything is going to be all right, because Robin needs to come back to that anomaly later on in the run. Because in this area of the caves, there are two main news beacons that need to be lit to open the path forward to the rest of this big scoop. And so after we avoid this jump scare moth, our next area is the crumbling caverns, where a bunch of quite dangerous falling rocks will also be trying to crush Robin. Oh dear! And also crush those poor innocent, well maybe not so innocent, infected bugs. But Robin makes it through nonetheless and is able to continue on with this story after, a jump scare moth! And don't worry, oh no, worry, another jump scare moth! This area is filled with many hidden traps and dangers, but Robin does find their way through, knowing everything ahead of time with the power of journalistic integrity and the speedrun. And also the power of the Void, which lets them, Robin please, do the trick, thank you, which lets them slide right on through those spiky spikes in order to get into our sponsored segment of the news. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Thank you to one of our sponsors, Tetris, for that segment of the news. As we now get into another cave or another maze filled with spooky jump scare moths, which Robin will be definitely avoiding here in order to get to this. Really? Really? You're going to snipe me like that? That's unfortunate. But get to this news beacon in order to continue progressing through the caves back to our previously seen anomaly. If you were paying attention earlier, you might have seen a glimpse of it. It is a big statue of a strange creature with 10 legs. Or not 10, 8 legs. I know how to count. which is strange because moths only have 6 legs. What could this statue be? How mysterious, how strange, just like this dimensional rift, which takes Robin into the final area of the game and of this news story. A spooky dooky mansion covered in cobwebs and death traps. Oh dear. As you can see, there is a lot of fireballs and spikes in this area because whoever owns this mansion has a lot to hide. But don't worry, folks, the news will always get out. The truth will always prevail with our dedicated reporter Robin on the job. And that convenient respawn point saving me from a little bit more embarrassment. As we now get into the most fun room in the run, where you can just zoop on through and into our next area as the dangers of the mansion increase. Robin may even have to start fighting back. As we approach these sentry eyeballs, which if they see Robin will attempt to shoot lasers at them, which will kill Robin like that. Oh no! However, the eyeballs are weak to light, and Robin's bright flash is a lot of light. If Robin can get close enough in and take a picture, the eyeballs will be defeated, and Robin can make their way through in order to find another small news beacon leading to a mega news beacon. Wow! 2 of these mega news beacons are needed to reveal the final part of the story, the biggest of scoops. However, before that, we do need to find the 3rd anomaly of the forest. I mentioned Robin skipped it earlier, and again, not journalistic malpractice. This dimensional rift takes us right to it. How convenient. Thank you to the void. And so Robin will smoothly make their way down and take a picture of this giant cocoon. And I died? Okay, that was weird. But yes, this giant cocoon, what sort of giant bug could this possibly birth? Foreshadowing is a narrative device. And we will now make our way back to the mansion. And this section does contain quite a bit of backtracking and makes a good time for any word from our sponsors. Thank you to that sponsor. Now, as you've seen, this mansion is crumbling into the void. And if there's something that we know about the void, if you gaze into it, the void murders you to death. Oh dear. So Robin must avoid looking at the void in order to keep their life and keep their wits during this next eyeball fight, which is a very dangerous and very void-filled arena. But it's nothing that our intrepid reporter Robin can't handle as we now talk about what their camera is like. Robin is only going to be taking the best photographs in order to make the best front page, and that means prepping all of their shots. After the button for the camera is pressed, there's a little bit of a delay before it actually goes off. That means Robin must be proactive in getting all their shots and knowing where they are ahead of time, because if Robin is reactive and too late, it's a recipe for disaster. So Robin will have to time their shots well in order to take out the eyeballs of danger, trying to stop them from getting to the final scoop. That being the fact that the former queen of Lycosia is trying to return with the power of the void to take over once again. That would be not great, but it would make for an exciting news story. And so Robin is going to interview the queen at the end of this hallway filled with a bunch of dead moths. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Warning, the following boss fight contains arachnophobia. Viewer discretion is advised.
Thank you. And in fact, the final interviewee is the queen herself, a giant evil spider, who does not want to be interviewed right now. But that won't stop Robin, because the truth must always come to light. And so the queen may try and kill Robin by sending them into a boss fight with 4 different areas that they've been in before. The mansion, the forest, the caves, and one final mansion fight, which, as these progressively get more and more dangerous, Robin will have to clear up 2 eyes, and I just did a perfect fight. Time is now! That's a PB. That was a perfect fight! Holy crap! Holy crap! But anyways, that is the end of our news broadcast for today. We have seen the wonders and anomalies of Lycosia. We found out the plot of the Queen, and we defeated her. And by we, I mean our great news reporter, Robin. Give them a hand, everybody. Make sure to tune in to our next broadcast at twitch.tv/TurtleRun2412 if you would like to see more. And thank you for watching.
This program has been brought to you by the following: Midwest Speedfest, VGM Con, Mudkip Warrior, The Leech One, and viewers like you. Thank you for watching.
Hell yeah! Look at that PB, though. Look at that PB. We're heckin' mothing. Oh my goodness. Such moth. Many wow. But yeah. Okay. Damn, look at that PB, though. Look at that PB.